Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted internet pilot tonight. We have some bad news to start off with this evening. Now, I mean, we don't really talk about plane crashes too often. Hang on, let me fix my camera a little bit. Son of a bitch. Oh, I hate being fat. All right, that's good enough. All right, so let me share my display. There was a plane crash today in Missouri. All 12 people that are presumed dead, they're all dead. Okay. It was a skydiving airplane that was trying to come in for landing. They stalled out. And from what I understand, they just nosedived straight into the ground. So I just want to watch a little bit of the news story. After that, we are going to get into our new toy that we have, our brand new FlyJSim airplane. It's now out for X-Plane 12 V3, and the prior ones were out for X-Plane 11. Now this is now out for X-Plane 12, and I've been waiting for a reason to buy this. I've been talking about this airplane every time I fly the Dash 8 from FlyJSim. I bring up this airplane because I was gonna buy it plenty of times. I just did not want to buy it until there's a new update, and like the last update for this thing was like it was years ago, and you know there's so many airplanes coming out now. I'm not going to spend any money on an airplane that hasn't been updated for like 4 years. That's crazy. No, thank you. Anyways, let's see what's going on here. I'm just pulling up the first.
In Los Angeles. We're coming on the
first one that I see here.
Officials in Missouri holding a press conference. At least 12 people presumed dead when a plane full of skydivers crashed near the town of Butler. Let's listen in.
This highway will be closed.
I know that there's little information, but is there any age ranges for the victims today?
And I honestly don't know that. I haven't gotten that information yet.
What does that response entail? I mean,
yes, we believe so.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, look at that plane crash. There's like nothing left. My God, what kind of plane was that? You got to figure it might be like a Cessna Skywagon or something like that, like a 208 maybe, or you know, kind of like what we use in the simulator on the missions for skydiving. But yeah, all 12 people. My God, you know, you wake up in the morning, you're all excited. Maybe this is like your first time skydiving and you're all fucking excited. And, you know, the only thing you're worried about, you're not worried about the parachute opening. You're not worried about, you know, getting to the ground safely. You're worried about takeoff, you know? Something had to have happened for that airplane to stall out. Now, whether I'm just trying to think how it could stall out and have the nose go straight down. Like those airplanes, I mean, it's a pretty, like we went through training on this, it's a 2 or 3% angle when you're climbing. So even then, if you are taken off and let's say it's a single propeller engine and the propeller cuts out, you can still, you know, get down. You should be able to get down pretty safely, I would think. For the fact that this thing just knows, I mean, like center of gravity must have been way off. Maybe it was heavier. Maybe the fuel was not balanced properly. I mean, it's you know, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find out soon what happened with this plane crash. This is such a terrible thing. Yeah, Butler Memorial Airport. Let's see where that is. It seems like every couple of days I have to like log back into this website sometimes. Not sometimes. But... All right, Butler. What was it called? Butler National Airport. Nope, that's not it. Butler. Okay, Butler Memorial Airport. Oh, K-Hot. I've landed there before. No, that's Arkansas. This must be it. Yeah, right here. I've been having issues with the internet tonight for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. Like I've been like not able to connect to certain pages. Very strange. All right, let's see here. Let's just type this in. Butler Memorial Airport. Okay, so it's south of, so that's 10 miles. So it looks like it could be like 70, 80 miles away from Kansas City. Okay. It's just in the Missouri line here. Like here's Kansas right here. This dotted line is what separates them. Oh wow, that's terrible. So then it crashed. I guess if it took off and it was trying to get over the highway, it said that maybe it was taking off and making its turn. I don't know. Such a shame. Wow. Anyways, you're in our prayers. You're in a better spot now. Now you don't have to worry about some of the mortal coils of what's it called? The mortal coil of life. Well, yeah. Sorry to hear about that. That is a shame. What happened? Mm-mm-mm. All right, on to our episode for tonight, sir. All right, we'll be right back after this intro. Be nicer there, south. All right, so we're back. All right, we're good now. All right, let's go ahead and let me close out all them windows here. Now, this airplane, again, like I said, just came out for X-Plane 12 on the 12th. I want to say it came out on the 12th, right in that time period. It's been out for years, but it's finally out now, where it belonged all the time. Because FlyJSim, they make some amazing stuff. Like they make some good shit. Like I can only imagine the 727 is as good as the airplanes we have now, because now we have two of them. And I hope they make more shit in the future. I really hope they do. All right, now there's a few different liveries that come with this airplane. We're going to fly our United one. I always like that livery. We have Aer Lingus, Air France, Aloha Air, FlyJSim, KLM, Lufthansa. Oh, I like that. That is dope as shit. I like that. It's like a silver bullet. Southwest, United, and then WestJet. WestJet. All right, flight. We're gonna do airline for that. We have real world, and we're not gonna do real world time. Let's just push it back a little bit. Actually, yeah, let's leave it on real world time. We'll see what it looks like. All right, we have Salt Lake City. We're just doing a short little hop. This this hop we're doing, from what I understand, United used to fly from San Francisco to Reno to one other stop in Nevada, then one other stop in Nevada. They're like little hops. Then it would fly from this little spot in Nevada to Salt Lake City. Then it would go from Salt Lake City to Denver. So we're doing the last leg of this trip. So, and I believe we're going to be taking off on 34 right or left. So let's just park. We'll just park out here. This is airline. Okay, that works for us. Let's just park there. I'm not planning on using, say, intentions. We might use the one from the game. A lot of material comes with this airplane. A lot. There's like I want to say like 6 PDFs you can download, all from procedures, really in-depth procedures too. They have a simple version and they have a really in-depth one. Checklists, performance, using the Sperry gyro, autopilot system. You do have a full menu up top as well that we're gonna see here. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and save our seats first. Now, if I set the buttons right, we should be okay. I had to refigure some of the buttons. All right, let's go back a little bit more. Can I open this up? Oh, beautiful. Oh, and I can go outside. All right, well, let's go outside here. All right, now this should be, I should be able to push 1 to save it. Let me just try something here. Fuck yeah, I like when stuff works properly. What up, United? What's up, boy? What's up, big boy? And the reason I am saving seats now is because I don't want to do it later. But no, you get some buttons that are already configured with this airplane. Some buttons are already pre-programmed for quick views. I'll show you when we get inside the cockpit. All right, that's number 3. And then you can open the doors from the cabin here. Like if we want to open up the rear door, I'll show you here. All right, there's number 4. Yeah, a few things we just want to show you real quick before we get going here. Oh yeah, let's see what's back here. See, that's the one thing between X-Plane and Microsoft Simulator is like, you know, the pixelation here. And I think I have like this cranked all the way up, I want to say. What am I looking at here? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, I mean, I got everything pretty much cranked. Dude, I saw that new movie, Back Doors today, or Back Room, whatever the hell it was called. Maybe it wasn't too bad. There's a lot of plot holes in it. But overall, it wasn't a bad movie. All right, we should be able to open this here. I think we can't do it until we're connected. But we can open the front one right now. Let's go back and I'll show you that. Yeah, not sure if I want to use Say Intentions or not tonight. I got them all set up just in case. But we might just use the ATC here. They just had an update recently. So let's just see how they do. Okay, so I don't see a tablet anywhere, which is fine, other than Avatab, which we have here. I did pull in all our flight information. Actually, let me get them pulled up here as well. Let's do KL, ASCL. No, ASLC. All right, let's just leave that there. Oh yeah, up top here under FlyJSim, we have our V card, our virginity card. Somebody take it from me. Take my virginity card. All right, so we got that. Then under options, you can set the clock to be local or Zulu. See? Call outs, we have visible wires, metric. I'm going to do Imperial since we're in America. Cockpit windows clean. TCAS is enabled. Notifications enabled. Now we do have Gravel Kit enabled. Sperry. I don't want assisted. So when you have it assisted, it has this indicated airspeed button here, right? When you turn it off and you put it on real, it has turbulence as well because there's no auto throttle in this airplane in real life. Okay, we have dual throttles. Let's connect the GPU card. Sound good to me. We have doors. We have our checklist. Now, the thing with the checklist is you can actually go in and put anything you want on the checklist. I haven't tried it. But these are all in text in TXT format. So you should be able just to go right in and change this. From what it was saying, you can go in there and change it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. APU, I mean, it's, you know, it's a 737. It's not like a really hard airplane to turn on. But, so they got a checklist there. Maintenance we have here. Everything is like new because never even turned on the battery yet on this airplane. Version. Now this will update using, you know what I should do actually? Before we actually start. Well, let me show you the rest of this first. So crew, now it says FO waiting down here on the bottom. I tried to find out what that meant. The only thing I could figure out was like, when I go to advanced stage, like it'll get rid of the FO waiting, but you can do a couple of options here. We have Sperry gyro, you can activate certain parts of it. Flight director, yaw dampener, UNS control. You can configure the model. Okay, here, we're gonna change this to pounds. Use operating base, okay, name or registration. Max flight path angle, target vertical speed, okay. Okay. Let me just check and see if we have any updates real quick. That's best done in a Cessna usually, the Cessna Skyhawk. Let's just try that real quick. Yeah, let me run the skunk updater. Dude, I'm so stoked to fly this plane. I heard a little bit of the engines. I was checking levels out earlier. Yeah, sounded good, boy. All right, plugins. Available updates. Okay, so all files are up to date. I'll just let it finish running. I don't care if anything else needs to be updated. I'm not worried about that right now. Yo, this Thronda V35 is so much fun to fly, man. I was flying it the other day after work for a little bit. That thing is so much fun. Now with the new 732, if you are going to use Navigraph, you're going to use the UNS system and you're going to keep it updated. Just the regular path for all the default airplanes is where you can update the 732. When you have the Dash 400, that's a whole different story. That one you have to do in a different place. If you are needing help with that, let me know. I'll show you where to go. But yeah, that one's a whole separate deal. Hey, what up, Scalebait? What's happening, dude? All right, did this finish checking or what? Oh, one out. Oh, I guess we do need to, okay, let's repair this then. Yeah, man, just ate some dinner. Just finished watching Dark Side Phil, which, I love, he banned me, but, which is okay. I don't care that I got banned from his channel. I only tuned in so I could troll him anyways. But yeah, man, now we're going to try out this. I've been waiting so long for this airplane to come out. I'm so excited to fly this thing. Now, I did not see a way to hot fix these keys to like any of the other buttons. And like in the Dash 8, you can bring up the secondary display. You can bring up the primary display, the multifunction display. You can bring up the tablet. Can't do that in this airplane, which is okay. All right, let's make sure we still have our seats saved. Yeah, we look okay. Okay, so let's get the ground power connected. Okay, weights are Imperial. Sperry is authentic. Okay, very good. Oh, look at that interior sound. That is very interesting. Now we can't roll with the thumb wheel. You have to continuously click. That's gay. That is gay, actually. All right, it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and get this bitch turned on. Now, if we want to use the checklist, we can do that. Actually, you know what? Let me. I guess I could set up a thing for the checklist. Give me a second here. I'll set up a hotkey real quick for the checklist. We'll set that up. Let me just check my joystick out and see what buttons I have left over here. Okay, that's autopilot off. All right, yeah, we can do this one here, the recognition one. We don't need that one today. All right, checklist. Nope, not that one. This one here. See, we're under FJS. We should have a checklist thing here. Yeah, here we go. Excellent. All right. So here we go. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this on and then just try to get rid of the first officer side. So here, we can close this. We don't really need this. Let's put the battery on. Ground power on. Put our collision lights on, and we'll put our steady lights on. All right, that works. Can we mess with this? Oh, there we go. Look at that. 1, 2. That's cool. And we got today's the 14th. All right, here's our ADF. Very cool. Lock trim test. All right. Oh yeah, this is before we checked for the update. I was talking about how they have keys that are quick buttons. So the number pad here, we can click on it. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, it brings us to, and I need to change one other thing. I'm so sorry. I didn't think that I was going to have to do this, but oh, I wonder why it's not working. Anyways, we're supposed to have some extra quick movements here, but with those buttons, but it's okay. It's no big deal. All right, so now let me get rid of the first officer sign here. So we're going to go advanced stage. There you go. I don't really, as far as getting all the weights and shit in here. Let's see here, options, maintenance, flight director. Okay, there's all our weights. Let's turn on the UNS system here. See if we can plug in our weights here. Other than that, I don't really see where to plug in our weights and all that. Like how much fuel we need and... Oh, can I click on this and bring it up? Yeah, bitch, I love it. Fuck yeah, I love X-Plane. I do. I like when you can do this kind of thing. All right, we should be okay with Navigraph here. All right, accept. Let's go to flight plan. And then we have next page. Okay, so K cost is our backup flight plan. Oh, there's our real flight plan. All right, so we are gonna go menu, go depart. We have 34 right, so that's number 7. Enter. And we have number 4. And then Purdy, it's so Purdy. And then we just really have an arrival, and that's really it. I mean, let's just plug in Denver here, and double should be part of, you know, DBL. That should be part of our arrival. All right, we have K, DEN. Enter. All right, let's go to menu, go to arrive. Runway 34, right. Number 10. Powder 1. So number 10 again. Double. And then I'm planning on ILS. And let me see. Forget what which initial fix we have for this landing. Let me see what I chose just for now. I don't know if we're going to keep it or not. All right, we have bosses. So number 3. All right, flight plan. All right, let's get rid of the vectors. Let's click on that and delete that. Okay. Then let's get rid of this no link here. It should be good until the very end, right? And then after DVV, DVV is right where Denver's airport is. Then we're going to go down to the south and pick up bosses. Okay, so that's done. Let me look at performance here. All right. Okay, here we go. So according to this, we have 118 passengers. We have 6,500 for cargo. 0 fuel weight. All right, cargo on, all right, fuel is 15,200. So our gross weight, but our 0 fuel weight is, all right, so that's going to be wrong. Let me see if I can get this fixed here. Let's go to menu. Let's change our passenger weight to like 150. There we go. So now our 0 fuel weight and our gross weight are pretty good. All right, so if that's all we have to do to set up our fuel and all that, that's great. I just don't know if that's what's going to be in the airplane. Let's see if that's what's in the airplane. And if it is, then we'll be good. All right, so we need a total of, so that's 5,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds. And our fuel is, what's our fuel again? Let's see here. 15.2, 510, 15, 16, 17. Wouldn't you know it? I'll be back in a minute. Never failed. All right, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, it looks like we're okay. Let's go ahead and let the ATC know that we are. Let's see here. Do I have an ATC button? I don't think I do. That I need to set real quick. I don't think I have anything for ATC. Oh, I do have one set for ATC. Really? Return? Oh, shit. Hey! All right, let's, our aircraft identifier, I plugged in a real tail number from United. We have November 37287. The November 37287. We have United. The United Airlines, and we have what flight number? Oh yeah, 3369. Okay. Now we have flight plan. The arrival is Denver. Then we have Colorado Springs. We're going to 33,000 feet. And our flight, pretty simple. We have rugged, birdie, double, powder one. What do we miss? Oh, unknown nav aid. Okay, that's fine. RUGG. Oh, that's because it's got too many G's in it. All right, let's auto tune to recommended frequencies.
Salt Lake City International. Delivery. United 33.
Delivery.
Six nine. Boeing 737-200.
What the fuck? I turned it down. How did that? How is it louder?
Denver International.
United 336 Niner. Clear to Denver International. Moving and filed. Climb via runway 3 for take 2. Flight level 330. Squawk 4204. Altimeter 3014.
Clear IFR to Denver International. Route as filed. Climb via rugged 342. Flight level
4204.
30. Squawk 4204. Altimeter 3014. United 3369.
United 336 Niner. Trace back correct. Contact ground 1.
Excellent. All right, so let's go and put the APU on. I still want to set a button up to close out the APU, the ATC. Give me 1 second here. All right, I don't see a toggle button. All right, never mind then. All right, let's go ahead and get the APU started. Okay, APU is moving. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good, boy. That sounds real good. All right, right now we have pressure of 30.06. Let's set our pressure. Excellent. So that does that automatically, and we're on GPS mode, which is, I believe, what we need to be on. There's our flight director, heading, course, heading, altitude hold, pitch command. Let's put that up a little bit. Okay, we have manual. Manual is what we need to put it on for, what happened to, oh, there's the turbo button. I mean, the turbulence button. Okay. Yeah, we have heading middle, and heading select, and then, very good, okay. I thought we could call ground control. I thought there was a way to contact. I'll have to read about that for next time. There is a way to contact ground control using this button. So we can use them for like pushback and stuff like that. Okay, APU is on. Let's activate that. You can see our ampage has gone up. Put on bleed. Just turn on some packs. Fan on. Put on our window heat. Just check our generator for APU. Okay, that looks good. Battery looks okay. Yaw dampener is now on. Compass both in the middle. All right, let's get clearance for pushback. Let's close up all the doors and get rid of okay, that's been done, and let's make sure all the doors are closed. Let's also check out our V card. Okay, set the bugs. Oh, that's interesting that this one didn't set too. All right, speed bugs. 39, 41. Flaps 2, 0 fuel weight. Okay, look at that. It's got our fuel. That is cool. All right, that's okay. Okay, I'm cool. I like that.
Salt Lake City International. United 3369. Gate Bravo 16. Altimeter 3006. Request start hub.
United 3369. Information Quebec current. Start up approved.
And we need to go nose. I think nose to the right, I think.
Salt Lake City International. United 3369. Request pushback to the right.
United 3369. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
So 344 is our heading. All right, so that doesn't work on our heading button here. And this doesn't work either for altitude. Okay. I like that display we have down there. I'm not sure what that's for yet. Now let's put on all the fuel pumps. Had a button programmed for the heading, but didn't work. Are we moving? Oh, good. Okay. All right. I guess we can start engines. All right, let's go. Turn packs off. Close the valve. We're facing the wrong way. That's okay. We'll spin around. All right, we're gonna start up engine number 1. All right, introducing fuel. Oh, the engine didn't kick on. Maybe I waited too long to put the fuel in. All right, just got to put the fuel in earlier. That's so dumb. I can't put the parking brake on with the pedals pressed. That's so dumb. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is cool. Oh, you can choose above, below. Very cool. All right, engines are on. Get the generators turned back on here. Make sure our generators are getting power. All right, looks good. Heat on. Okay, bleed is on. Packs are open. Turn off the APU. Put our taxi lights on. All right, let's get clearance.
Salt Lake City International Flight, United 3369. Request taxi from 8 Bravo 164 departure.
Oh yeah, let's put our flaps down.
36 Dagger. Information Romeo current. Runway 34 left. Taxi by Alpha 5. Alpha 4. Bravo. At Alpha 1. Hold short of runway 34 left.
Information Romeo. Runway 34
Why is
left.
the-
Taxi by Alpha 5. Alpha 4. Bravo.
Why is that
Alpha
the-
1. Hold
there we
short
go.
of Runway 34 left. United 3369.
Weird that it was just spinning and spinning like that. Okay, so we're doing 34 left, so that's fine. Let's just change up our departure here. Departure. What? Runway 34 left is number 6. Then we have Rouget and Purdy. Get rid of that vectors. There we go. And then how do we change the range on? Oh, here we go. I like that. That's nice. I like that. That's cool. All right, weather we'll turn on later, right? We'll turn the actual system on. But we won't actually like turn it on until, actually we'll wait until we're up in the air. This needs to go on max. All right, I think we are ready for takeoff. Make sure all the doors are closed. All right, let's go. Now, if the sound is a little loud while we're taking off tonight, I apologize. My first time taking off with this thing, and probably should have checked. Probably should have checked the levels before I took off, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I was looking in their booklets. I didn't see anything on how to use the first officer. I'll have to go through and look more. And yeah, we'll have to play around more with that. Maybe I'll have to play around in the forums a little bit. All right, let's turn on our runway lights. Heading mode, and from what I understand, when we are flying our route, I think we need to be in heading hold mode. From what I understand, which is over here. I think it's in this VOR localizer mode, I want to say. None of that works right now, which is okay. Wow, look at all those Delta airplanes, my goodness. They do like Delta in Salt Lake City, though, that's for sure. That's a lot of Delta planes. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Fuck my life. Just the wrong button. There we go. Hang on. Before we go, I do want to reset two of these buttons here. Hang on a second. Joystick. And I want to redo... Okay, let's see here. Altitude. Okay, autopilot. Okay, autopilot up. Yep, and then autopilot down. Okay, altitude down. And then we have heading. Set autopilot heading down. And then this should be heading up. Yep. Yep. All right, very good. Oh shit, that's a big line of storms coming this way. Damn. That's fucked up. I'm not looking forward to big ass thunderstorms tonight. Why does that continually... Now that is interesting. I wonder if oh, is this thing hitting... Oh, maybe that's why it was spinning the whole time. Let me see here. That's why. Okay. I didn't realize my keyboard was hitting the trim the whole time. I was wondering why it kept on like spinning around. I was like, dang.
City International Tower, 118.3, United 3369.
We're gonna look up one thing before we take off. Okay, let me just check one thing. We're gonna look at the Sperry gyro real quick. Okay. Let me just share my display here. Okay. All right, FMS. Okay. Okay, there's the enunciators. That's fine, but how do we... Okay, the two HSI nav position, corresponding HSI receives lateral, okay, and DME distance on the side. DPS from the FMS, vertical deviation, okay. In order for the autopilot to follow the FMS, captain's HSI, okay, we have it set to GPS. Autopilot's roll channel must be engaged, that's fine. The roll mode selector must be manual, that's what we have. And the heading switch must be in the lower position. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought the heading button had to be in the lower position. All right, let's get out of here.
Salt Lake City International Tower, United 336.
All right, let's put our
Taxiway Bravo.
landing lights on.
United 336, Salt Lake City International Tower. Hold short of runway 34 left. Report ready.
Hold short runway 34 left. Will go. United 3369.
There we go.
Salt Lake City International Tower, United 3369. Ready for departure.
United 336, runway 34 left. Wind 3403, descent knots, variable 322010, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 34 left. Cleared for takeoff. United 3369.
All right, we getting ready to go. Takeoff power set. Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive brake. Gear up.
discretion. Maintain flight level 330. Altimeter 3014. United 3369.
All right, we are going direct to Bubby.
Contact Salt Lake City International approach 120.9. United 3369.
Flaps up. Lock our landing gear.
Salt Lake City International approach. United 3369. On runway 33. Altitude 7,700. Altimeter 3014. United 3369.
All right, flaps up.
Fly runway 33. Flight level 330. United 3369. Turn right direct runway. United 3369.
All right, let's go direct to Bubby. I mean, direct to Rugged.
Contact Salt Lake City Center 119.55. United 3369. Salt Lake City Center United 3369. On runway 33. Altitude 12,000 feet. Altimeter 3034. United 3369. Turn right direct Hotel Echo Romeo Tango Sierra. United 3369.
Oh shit. on.
Turn right, direct, Hotel Echo, Tango, Sierra, United 3369.
Not really sure at the moment how to control our climb. I mean, usually there's some sort of button or lever you can use. Why does it say flaps are still in transit? Let's see here. We're still going so let's go back into EPS mode. We have a fire? Oh shit! The altitude, hold on. Let's cut the fuel. No! All right, let's go back and boy, the one time I don't set us to go back. Hang on a second. All right, let's just cancel.
Salt Lake City, United 3369. It's IFR.
All right, let's turn back around towards the airport. on a second. All right, we have 109.5. Switch us into nav. We are going to be doing 34 right. That's number 7. ILS. Good. Why do I have no controls either right now? Oh, autopilot's still on this one. Okay, let's hold at this altitude. We have 109.5. Oh, look at that. That's already set. Cool. And then 344 is going to be our course. Current pressure is 30.05. Put traffic below. And I think we're okay. Airport's right over there. We're gonna go around this mountain range. Cool airplane. I've never had to do this in Microsoft. I've never had to like completely turn around and actually put out an engine fire. That's pretty dope. I wonder if we burnt out our engine from pushing it too hard on climb. I'll have to read about how to climb better in this airplane. There's got to be a way to control the pitch. I must not have read about it. There's got to be a way to do it with one of these dials. Getting down to 11,000 feet is a good idea. Actually, no, let's read about it right now. All right, let's go back up here. Okay, pitch modes. To select the roll mode, the autopilot's pitch action must be engaged. Okay. When pitch mode is engaged, automatic pitch trim is active. The threshold, okay. Control wheel, yeah, control wheel steering. That's what I want to do. Am I supposed to use the pitch command? Pitch target limit is 20, okay. By applying sufficient force to the control wheel, right, but where's the control wheel at? Let's see here. Let's look at the procedures. Which command control full clockwise. Autopilot pitch mode selector off. Okay, yaw dampener. Okay, where is pitch mode selector? You use CWS, the airplane turns and maintains a void. Okay. You're going to show us where the button is? Probably in the next one here. Let's look at manual. Really, nothing for pitch, huh? Maybe it's under maneuvers. Maybe under systems. Pitch control, number 18. Well, it's picking up something on this page. I don't see it. Control, okay. Elevators, right? Okay, number 9. I thought that's what we're going to use, but maybe not. Yeah, that's pitch command control. So that's what we do need to use. I thought that's what we had to use. Okay, elevator pitch engage switch is number 13. Oh, number 13 is, oh, I thought that was autopilot. Okay. I think I got it now. I think I have a pretty good grasp on what we're doing here now. I didn't realize both of those were pitch. Oh yeah, it even says elevator right there. Oh, okay, so you just angle it to where you want it, and then you just engage the pitch control. Okay, that's cool, I can do that. So now we're just going down a little bit. Man, I can't believe we had to turn around, man. That's crazy. I almost want to try taking off again. Like, try the whole thing again, but this time taking off properly. I'm wondering if we had I wonder if we were the reason why the engine blew out. All right, let's start turning. Actually, we'll wait. We'll try to shoot that gap between those mountains there. Now, if we were using the fake Sperry, the one with IAS mode, then we wouldn't have to worry about that at all. We would just set our speed and then just forget about it. Let's get the APU going, since we don't have both of our generators. APU is firing up. Probably should have turned that on as soon as we hit the fire button. All right, let's hold this altitude. We should be okay. We should be past the mountains. Okay, we're going to try to shoot that gap right there. Surprised that engine is still all right, excellent. So we got APU going now. Go into auto approach. Let's go flaps 1. I've never tried to land with just one engine before. It's going to be kind of fun, I think. Yeah, I still can't get an idea why it says first officer waiting. I looked through all the manuals. I couldn't find anything that said why that would be showing. Probably should have dumped some fuel. Thankfully, it was a short trip and we weren't like all filled up with fuel. go down at like 500 feet per minute. So we get to about 11,000 feet. There's our beginning of our approach here, Hacker. All right, flaps 5. Shit. Turn around, we're going the wrong way. Might need a little help turning with the rudder since we don't have that outside engine pushing us into the turn. We have another engine pushing us the other way. I hope that's turning me the right way. Let me see here. Yeah, it is. Okay. That is interesting that it won't let me do anything other than manual. It's an old plane, dude. I think this airplane came out in like 1968. We had to turn around if you missed it. We had got an engine on fire. So we've been flying it manually for a little bit now after we programmed the airport back in. I tried using autopilot, but didn't seem to work out too well. I don't know. I think we were pushing the engines a little too hard on climb. I think that's what happened. I didn't realize this airplane had failures. I didn't know that until just now, actually. Well, not just now, but like 10 minutes, well, maybe 20 minutes ago at this point. All right, we're almost lined up with the runway. Now, I tried to do it in their system, but their system was being dumb. So I just canceled out. We could be all dead soon. We almost did die, actually. I almost rolled us over. But you have a very experienced internet pilot at the helm tonight. We're not going to go down without a fight. All right, we're almost lined up on the runway. Yeah, I tried calling a mayday. I didn't see how to do it in their system. I wasn't using say intention tonight. I was using the ATC from the game. All right, we're in line with the glide slope. That's good. Let's just catch the right course here, which should be coming up any moment. N427VA. I want to look that up and see where that airplane flew. Now, I am surprised we still have flames coming out. I would have thought that turning the engine off, killing the fuel, and killing the fuel and pulling the fire lever, that would have killed it, but there's probably a lot of passengers still freaked out in the back. We might take off again. I may try to do this flight over again now that I understand how to use the autopilot a little better. So we could have been pushing our engines too hard during takeoff. I always program failures in these airplanes. I've never had one before. All right, we're not too far out from the airport. Pretty close. I'm gonna wait until like the last minute to put the landing gear down so we don't slow down too bad. We're still moving all right. We're still at 180 knots. Yeah, 187. All right, runway should be pretty much dead in front of us. Oh yeah, keep practicing, dude. The more practicing you do with those systems, the quicker you'll get at it. Absolutely. What, do you have the PMDG airplane? Is that the one that you have? All right, let's go flaps down again. There's our big, beautiful runway right in front of us. Yeah, that's such a good airplane, that PMDG airplane. Come on, Trim, work with me, bitch. All right, let's go landing gear down. All right, flaps are midway. Let's go next level flaps. Now let's arm the speed brake. Yeah, this is an old airplane, that's for sure. There's still a few of these flying around in real life. I looked it up yesterday on FlightAware. Like over in like parts of China and certain parts of Asia. Yeah, they're still flying this airplane. Fuck, I love Teddy Grahams. Did you get the chocolate ones or did you get the cinnamon ones? All right, flaps full. Oh, honey one. I forgot they make, yeah. That's like the OG ones, the honey ones. Yeah, them things are good. Let's give it a little more rudder. Try to see if we can butter this one engine landing. I don't think I've ever landed with one engine before. Not on purpose. Sometimes we've landed by accident. Sometimes we've landed by accident with one engine. Look, I need a little more power. We descended a little too quickly. I don't have training with emergencies. All right, yeah, we are a little low for where we should be at. We might be going down early. Well, I am trying to keep us up in the air as long as I can. My goodness. Nope. Let's pull the throttle back a little bit. We're just going to go down a little early. Not much early. Come on, bitch. I got this thing cranked all the way. No shit, buddy. Tell me something I don't know, pal. Oh, we are so close to making it. I wasn't worried about us rolling over. I'd give it more power. We could try doing the Whitaker where we come in upside down. I mean, that's a good trick. Rolling it. All right, here we go. Brace for impact.
Oh, up.
Wasted! All right. Fuck you, game! All right, let's try this again. How do we restart this bitch? Let's go back to main menu. Yeah, let's just go right here. Our flight. We're not going to use any ATC or anything this time. Shit, I don't even know if I want to fly again, man. Shit, it's getting late. All right. I had no idea there were all kinds of errors and shit you can have on here. All right, let's look at our engine one is like new. All right, well, let's try this again. We're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna do this ourselves this time. Let's see here. What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, under options, that's right. Under options. All right, cart. All right, let's try this again. Put the ground power on. Not worried about lights or anything like that at the moment. Get this turned on. Let's get our flight plan put in. All right, while that's doing its thing, let's get the APU turned on. Let's hold this in for a few seconds until we see the needle moving. The exhaust needle. Right now it's moving, we can let it go. All right. All right, let's clear out this flight plan. All right, let's do Salt Lake City, KS, LC. And then we can just put Denver in since we don't really have any waypoints we're entering in. Come back up here, let's do our departure. Let's go to menu. Depart. We have 34 left. Number 6. Rugged. And then Purdy. And then for the arrival, we have runway. Hang on, let me pull the flight plan back in. Okay, 34 right, so that's number 10. We have powder, number 10. Double, number 1. ILS, and then bosses, number 3. Excellent. Let's get rid of that vectors, number 3. And delete. Delete this one out too. All right, that all looks good. Let's go to fuel. All right, fuel we need to put on, I think it was 15,250 what I did last time. Very good. Let's close that out. Let's get the APU generator on. Make sure we get the power on that. Yep. All right, let's put the yaw dampener on. Window heat. All right, APU bleed is on. Landing altitude is about 5,000 feet. Standard flight, ground, okay, that all looks fine. All right, we could probably get, we can disconnect ground power. Let's go ahead and make sure doors are closed. Those are closed. And V card. Let's set that for takeoff. Okay, speed bugs are set. Let's go ahead and get pushback set. A new better is available. Didn't we just use a skunk thing to update it, and it didn't say anything about an update? All right, that works.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
So we have nav. No, this is called better pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
This is on X-Plane. Yeah, they don't have well, they might have GSX for X-Plane. I don't know if they do. I've never used it. Better pushback is just a pushback system. All right, here comes our pushback machine. Yeah, I like better pushback. It's a good system. X-Plane does a lot of things really well. It's just their graphics, like the world graphics and like the interior and all that, is not as crisp. But flying characteristics and sounds are great.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I think you can even set your view to be like inside the car here with them. Yeah, I thought there was a way you could do it. I'm in the wrong menu for it. Can't believe we blew out an engine. That's wild, man. I've never done that before. All right, there it is, picking up our airplane. Means it tells me to release the parking brakes.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Yeah, baby.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Nice. All right, let's start. And then if you do put your taxi lights on while they're backing up, they'll yell at you. Let me see if they'll do it. Okay, they don't yell, but they tell you your taxi lights are on. Oh, hang on, I gotta turn off the packs. There we go. I don't know why you gotta put fuel on so early in this thing, but like, that defies the laws of like what it usually is in these airplanes. Usually you have to wait for N2 to be at a certain like exhaust and all that, and then you throw the fuel on. But yeah, this one, if you don't throw the fuel on quick enough, it'll actually kill the engine. Yeah, I think the engine turned off. Shit, that engine did the same thing. Maybe there's an issue with the right engine, which is why it has trouble starting and why it blew out. very interesting. So that one's starting, there's no problem there. All right, both engines are started. No, they are not. Huh, do we still have a problem with the... Why that engine is not starting up? Come on. Yeah, there could be a problem with the airplane. No, let's run through the checklist, make sure I didn't miss anything. Passenger signs, okay, APU. Engine start. Okay, bleed PSI, packs off. Galley power off. Okay, packs are off. All right, let's try this again. There we go. I had the discharge pulled. That's why it wasn't starting. There we go. All right, that's all good. Turn the APU off. All right, can we disconnect, guys?
Disconnecting tail. Stand by.
All right, flaps 5. Can I click on these two for the flaps? Let me see here. No, I can't. Okay, that's not a problem. Park and brake set to max. All right, I think we're good.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Auto. All right, let's roll. Parking brakes released. First officer still has that sign down there. I wonder if, let me just give him some direction here. So maybe whenever I see that pop up, I just need to give him something to do. See all that smoke coming? Wait a minute, what do we have connected here still? Hang on. What? How do we still have locking gears? I mean, the pin connected in there. Oh, I'm sure it'll be okay. All right, let's get down to the bottom. See if we can finish this flight tonight. All right, pressure is 30,004. Yeah, the one time I don't set a backup flight plan, a secondary flight plan recently, I blow out the engine. That was pretty cool though. Airplane sounds great. Yeah, let's just put on all our lights now. Goodbye, Salt Lake City, goodbye! Oh yeah, using reverse thrusters? Yeah man, reverse thrusters are cool. I like using them. It's hard to set up with this Turtle Beach system. It's really hard to actually activate reverse thrusters a lot of times. When I'm using the controller, it's really easy. But yeah, reverse thrusters are cool. You can actually use them on this airplane to back up if you don't have a pushback machine, like a tug or anything. You can actually do that yourself. Let's put all our lights on. And we are ready for takeoff. We got everything set. go ahead and line up again and set our trim. All right, trim's now set. All right, let's try this one more again. This time we're not going to click on that secondary autopilot button, just the first one. I didn't realize that second one was for elevator trim. All right, let's roll, bitch. Actually, I want to reset this position here. Oh, well, I guess there's no way to do that, really. All right, let's go. All right, engines look stable. Let's go ahead and give it takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust set. Airspeed's alive. .100 knots. Everything's looking good. Pretty close to V1. V1. Okay, positive rate. Landing gear up. Pull back for a climb. All right, let's put on autopilot and all right, so we are now in our flight plan. Let's increase our pitch. All right, now we should be okay to release. Okay, let's go ahead and put our flaps up, or at least one layer of flaps here. All right, flaps up. And flaps up. Okay, the flaps up. All right, everything's looking okay. Running, oh, here we go. First officer running climb flow. Okay. Oh, look at that. He put the landing gear down for us. That's cool as shit. All right, so far so good. What can I use? We're a little fast. Let's burn some of that speed off by increasing our pitch. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and get our climb profile set back up. Let's try to get this at about 1,500 feet. Definitely be easier if you had indicated airspeed available in this. Well, we can use it. I'm just choosing not to. I'm making it more difficult than it really needs to be. All right, we're getting ready to make a turn. All right, we're making our first turn. All right, let's put altitude hold on for a minute. We can build up our speed, and then we'll use that speed and start climbing again here in a moment. All right, that works. Let's pitch up a little bit. All right, I think we're okay for the time being. Oh yeah, let's put weather on. All right, so far so good. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, I think that's what got us last time. We were pushing our engines too hard. Okay, so this doesn't do anything, just like I thought. Okay, that's only for the for our horizon indicator. That has nothing to do with. Oh, wait a minute. Can we control it with this down here? Oh, that's just brightness. Damn it. Wait a minute. Oh, that's just traffic. Fuck. I was hoping we'd be able to control the going up and down part. Looks like you do just have to do like what they say. You just have to turn off the autopilot here turn off the autopilot here, and then just get the angle right. All right, so far, engines look pretty good. Oil pressure's good. Fuel flow is good. Vibrations look good. Exhaust looks good. There's our engines. JT8D 15A. Let's set the standard pressure. All right, Mach is doing pretty good. We may slow down our ascent in a moment. We may just put it down to 1,000. Right now, we're just going to leave it alone. I don't know if this bottle actually shows up on screen or not. I have to go back and check that out. I know my fan, the light doesn't show up on the fan behind me because it's green. Look, you see this bottle of Mountain Dew. I'll have to go back and look. I don't think we can. Not that it matters. I'm just kind of babbling right now. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let me close out all these screens here that I don't need anymore. Okay. All right, speed is still okay. I know what we should be climbing, what our speed should be here. Let's get rid of all these. Let's go back and look at our flight plan here. So 0.72 looks like. So we're climbing, we're a little slow with the climb, but we should be at 0.72 for our cruise. Sorry, lost my train of thought for a second. All right, let's put in Denver here. Let's get our everything pulled up for Denver. Get our charts. So we have powder. And we also have ILS 34 right. Pretty sure that's what I have plugged in. Yep, there's boss there. And then let's go back and get the METAR pulled up. We have that. Have VNAV as well here. Target VNAV, I'm going to put 2,000 here. Okay, so we have 330 some miles until top of descent. Oh, we can set holdings and stuff like that. We can define a certain waypoint for holding, the turn, the inbound, the outbound. That is so cool. What a cool little system they have here. Oh, that's cool. You can do both. Arc and the circle. That's cool. Very cool. All right, we need to slow our ascent a little bit. So let's go ahead and take this off, angle down a little bit, put it back on again. If I timed it right, we should be, maybe not, I thought we were going to be at around 1,000 feet per minute. All right, there we go. Yeah, I doubt that's how they did it in real life, but that's how we're doing it here. There had to have been a button back then that you could use. Like a lot of times you would use the trim wheel, but it seems like that's how, unless you're going to use the cheat mode, which is IAS, unless you're going to use that, I would just deactivate the elevator autopilot, angle your airplane the way you want it, and then just re-engage it. And if you're using the flight management system for your route, make sure you put heading button has to be down, and this knob has to be in manual. All this does, pitch command here, all that does is just change the bar here, that yellow bar. All right, we're climbing pretty good. Engines are looking good. Let's check out our pressure. And we are almost at our cruising altitude. Oh, that sounds bad. Too much flange. I do have real weather turned on, but not very cloudy out here today, is it? Not very cloudy at all. All right, everything is still looking good. We have radio altitude. That's how we'll set our decision altitude, our decision height. With this one here, I'm not sure what it is yet. We'll figure it out though. I think you would use this dial here, moving this flag here. You would probably use that for IAS mode, like to set the auto throttle. That'd be my guess. Whoa! I wonder what all that, wonder what 6 does, and I'll have to read about this. That's interesting. We are almost at 33,000 feet. Let's give it a little more juice. We have a little bit of room to play with the engines. We're still below our exhaust. I do have both yokes active, so that's why you see one and then the other move. Thankfully, not like the other plane from FlyJSim that I have, you don't have to click on the throttles first in order to use them. That -8 that we have, you actually have to like click and hold on the throttles first before you can, even if you're moving them with the controller or the yoke here, you still have to move them manually on the screen here, so they'll actually activate. All right, our Mach number is good. We're at Mach 6.5. That's good. Almost at 33,000. Nice little hop from Salt Lake to Denver. About an hour and a half long. Last leg of the flight that it used to do in real life. Yeah, it would go from I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up here. But this airplane used to go from, on this particular route, it would fly from San Francisco to Reno, which is like up here somewhere. Okay, here's Reno right here. So it would fly to Reno from San Francisco to Reno, then Reno to Elko, and then from Elko to some other little airport, like down here somewhere. Or maybe it flew to another one down here somewhere. And then it would go from that one to Elko, then from Elko to Salt Lake City, and then Salt Lake City to Denver, like we're doing now. All right, we're almost at our altitude here. Now there is no like automatic altitude. We have altitude alert, which will probably work. After that, we have to make sure we click on altitude hold in both places, I would think. Not really sure why we need to do it in both places. That's what they recommend. Yeah, I think it did take the entire day. I would think. That's like 4 flights or 5 flights. Now this is going by like one website that I found. I was just researching like real flights that this airplane used to fly. So it might, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but yeah, it sounds like it's a full day. A lot of the airplanes now, like if you look up the tail number of the airplane, they fly like 6, 7 routes a day. It's crazy. I didn't realize those airplanes fly like so many routes. I thought they only did like 1 or 2 a day. I didn't realize a lot of these airplanes go up 5, 6, 7 times a day. Especially them little regional jets like the CRJs and all that. Man, they fly a lot of routes. All right, I pulled the throttle back just a little bit. We're still speeding up a bit, which is okay. We have 1,000 feet left, just about. Yeah, I think this pitch command wheel comes in handy when you're trying to match a certain profile for either climbing or descending. The reason I was using it before, yeah, Southwest flies, yeah, that's one of those airplanes that flies like tons of flights, that each airplane flies tons of flights all day. See, the pitch command wheel in the F-28, you actually have to use that in order to climb in that airplane. But I thought the same thing in this airplane. That's why I was using it. Yeah, I bet you those Southwest, if you look up, go to flightstats.com and plug in the number of the aircraft. What if it's like Southwest 2520? You know, just type in the like you go to FlightAware or Flight Radar 24 and look up the flight and all that there. Just take that flight number, plug it into flight stats, and it'll give you the tail number. Most of the time, it'll give you the tail number. Then you can go back into FlightAware with the tail number and then pull up all the flights for it. It'll just give you a list of like every flight that it does for like days and days at a time. Yep. Maybe I'll show you guys in a second. All right, altitude on. And altitude on. Pull our throttle back just a little bit. All right, so we got about 20, maybe 30 minutes. I could probably just bring up a web page and show you what I'm talking about. Let's see here. All right, we'll look up a Southwest airplane. Let me get flight stats pulled up here. All right, let me share my display. Let me just pull our throttle back a little bit more. We're pretty much at the right speed right now. Okay, so go into Flight Aware. Let's find, here's a Southwest here. Southwest 1961, right? So let's put that in here. Flightstats.com. 1961. All right, so that's not pulling up the flight, but here we can do it this way. All right, Southwest. Let's try advanced search. All right, Southwest. Here we go. So go to flight details. Here's a tail number. We can copy that, put that in here, go to the search bar, plug that in. And here we go. Here's all the flights with that tail number. So here's what it flew today. It flew from Seattle to Oakland first thing in the morning, then Oakland to Phoenix, Phoenix to San Diego, San Diego to Houston. Now it's flying Houston to Baltimore. And then here's this list of flights tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 6 flights tomorrow. Wow, man, it's crazy how much they send these airplanes up in the air. All right, we are Gucci, as they say. Put this on below in case we have to descend. Even though we're not using traffic, we'll just pretend. All right, I think we're going to be okay this time. Nice airplane. Very nice airplane. The sounds are great. Yeah, the sounds are great. I love the sounds. All right, let's see what this looks like now. Flight director. See, I don't understand this. Like, what's the point of this? I mean, like, are you like to calibrate stuff? I mean, that's the only reason I would think that there would be. Yeah, that makes no sense why we'd have sections dedicated to this thing. Unless you're trying to get like live data on like the turbulence. I don't know. Oh yeah. I understand why they do it. I just didn't realize that they flew so many flights every day. I thought maybe 2, 3, maybe something like that. I didn't realize they were flying like 6 flights a day. That's a lot of flights. All right, let's make sure we have the right frequency and everything set up for our approach. So we have 111.1. It's probably there already. No, it's not. Sweet. All right, 111.1. Set that up here. Set the same thing over here. And then as a backup, we'll set mile high, which is 114.7. In case for some reason we need to do a go around or something, I don't know. Still going a little fast. Probably going to begin our descent here pretty soon. Let's see here. Okay, that's weather. 30, wow, 3024. That's a lot of pressure. My God. And I really thought we were going to get some bad storms around where I live today, but man, they just, oh, we are getting some storms now. All right, never mind. I was really expecting, like, really bad storms. I thought we were going to have tornado warnings today and all kinds of shit, but we're in that zone, but nothing happened, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'd rather do one flight and go across the pond too. Those guys make big money. Those like the 777 pilots and pilots that fly like those really long haul flights. That's where you make a lot of money as a pilot. Doing them short little regional hops. That's where you cut your teeth, as they say. But making the real money, that's with those long haul flights, man. That good money there. That is for sure. All right, so we got about 17 minutes until we begin our descent. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read over this material. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way, instead of turning off the autopilot system, there's got to be another way to descend this airplane or make it climb. I just don't see another way to do it. Not unless we can... Nah, we wouldn't be able to move the yoke while we're doing this. Oh well. I do think it's pretty cool that the co-pilot does some shit. Like, he put the landing gear in the off position to turn off the hydraulics. That's why they put it in the off position. That's to deactivate the hydraulics. All right, let's set our heading, our speed bugs for landing. Okay, yeah, this runs on hydraulic pump D. All right, speed is still doing good. Course is 353. Oh yeah, and what is the decision height here? We got 200, but the radio altitude is 55, 54. Go. That's now set. I wonder if it gives us top of descent up here. I don't think it does. Oh, we still got 100. Top of descent. Oh, that's right, because it's Denver. That's right, it's already like 5,000 feet in the air. So yeah, we do have a shorter way to descend. That's right. I'm like, why is, like, False is like our transition to turn back to the airport for the landing. I'm like, why is that at 12,000 feet if we're going to be landing? But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, False is right here. Originally, this plan is supposed to take us DVV right here. We're probably going to break it off after Basie. We might go Basie direct to Eldora. I wonder, I could probably do that. Let me check this out here. Yeah, I could do that after Basie. Yeah, I could do that. So after Basie, we're going to do Eldora. Should we do Teller? Let me see here. Yeah, after Basie. Let's do this here. Flight plan, menu, arrive. Okay, number 1 again. And then we're going to do Teller, number 5. And then after, so let's get that fixed. then after Basie, we're going to go right to Teller. All right, so let's just delete all these out. There we go. Target VNAV, let's plug in 2000 again. All right, so now we have about 23 miles until we descend. That makes a bit more sense to me now. All right, what's this message saying? Oh, VNAV disconnect, that's fine. All right, let's start our descent. All right, descent to set. We might not be descending at the right, 100% right angle yet, but I'm okay with 1,500 feet right now. Let's set this to 12. Yeah, that should be fine. Set our brakes. Final course is 353. Anti-ice on since we're going through some clouds. Very cool looking engines on this airplane. N427VA, I'm going to look that up. Let me keep note of this here. And from Basie, we should be going direct to Teller. move our pressure down to 12,000 feet for now. Let's turn anti-ice off since we're through the clouds. We have 76. We have 76. No, we have 32 miles left for Daisy. $64 miles to Keller. Yeah, I think we're descending a little too fast, but I'm going to leave it alone. It's a good looking game. It really is. Like the outside, the clouds, I mean, it looks so good all the time. I don't know if it's just procedurally generated, like the ground. It's not like it is in Microsoft. That's like real world shit. I think there was a new update that actually came out on Microsoft, a free one for like different cities around the country. I know they have a really big one coming out, I think July 4th, for all the national parks. Not all the national parks, but a lot of the national parks in America. That's going to be a really cool one, I think. That's going to be, I'm looking forward to doing that one. Flying around the different national parks. I think that'd be a lot of fun. There we go, making our turn to Teller. We have 49 miles to Teller. Pressure is currently 3026. Let's just set that now. Am I getting ready to crash in the mountains? I think I am, actually. Hopefully we'll make our way through these mountains with no problem. Once we get past this range of mountains, we'll start descending again. All right, let's start descending again. All right, there we go. I'm thinking we'll be okay. There's a new mod coming out from SoFly, which I'm really curious about buying. But the last thing I bought from them was really disappointing. When I bought the Eco Soundscape thing, those noises were the sounds that thing played were so I didn't like it. But they have a new one coming out, which is supposed to enhance the visuals of rain and the sound of it too. Rain and a lot of stuff it's supposed to do. It looks really cool. Hopefully it'll work well. Okay, we're past the sunset point now. That's only got a peak of about 8,000 feet, and then once we clear that, we should be in for a smooth descent for the rest of the. Yeah, we're good now. Still got 37 miles left. We'll switch FMF off here once we get probably to our next waypoint. Once we get the teller, we'll probably switch that over. Oh, look at that. It actually puts our altitudes here. That's pretty dope. I like that. Very cool. We need to be at 210 knots. Oh shit. Yeah, we'll get there, I guess. right, let's put us in nav mode. Let's go into... we're lining up on the landing now. All right, localizers captured. Yep, we're coming in for landing. There's the runways right in front of us. Almost done. All right, we're at the right speed. Glide slope is getting ready to capture. Let's arm our speed brakes. Go flaps down. Glide slope is getting ready to capture. All right, glide slope is now captured. Speed is doing pretty good. Can't really hear the flaps. That's not good. I don't like that. I wish we could hear the flaps. That's one thing, FlyJSim. I guess they forgot to do that. Spend $80, you think you'd hear some hydraulics, but no, we're not good enough for hydraulics. It's a good thing we have iFly and the free version. You know what? I probably should have. The free version of the 737 that you can get from, I forget who makes it. Damn, I really... anyways, there's a free 737 that you can download. It is so good. We've flown it a couple of times. Let me see, what's... as soon as I like pull it up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's put the landing gear down so we start slowing down. Level up, that's it. The level up 737, the NG, the new one. Yeah, that one is fucking banging. If you have X-Plane and you have not downloaded that, I believe you can get it. It's either on Orbix or I think it's on Orbix. You can get it. It is so freaking good. Yeah, level up. And they just had a new like update that came out for it recently. It's such a good airplane, and it's free, which is crazy. It's like, to me, I think it's as good as the free Airbuses from Fly-by-Wire. There's free Airbuses that they have available, the A380 and the A320 Neo that they make. All right, let's go flaps full. We're kind of towing the line here with stall speed. I want to try to land as softly as possible. And the engines sound good, don't they? All right, we're at about 1,500 feet. Let's grab control. Oh, we can't click the autopilot button? Really? For $80, we can't click on that button? Are you guys fucking for real? No autopilot disconnect, no whoop, 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 nothing. But this airplane really likes to list off to the right. I mean, to the port side, to the left. Wow. It's raining. Where's my windshield wipers at?
1,000.
Boy, that is annoying. That was annoying. All right, now that we're refocused on our landing, let's get lined back up again. Thanks, Dave. Must be the center tanks of fuel running out. Let's crash into all those fuel barrels. That's probably nuclear waste from all the tunnels and shit they got underneath this place. You know, there's like all kinds of like secret bases underneath the Denver airport where the Illuminati and the Freemasons and shit, they all go there and drink blood of little kids and shit like that. Acceptable. I'll take it. I'll take it. We're actually going to wind that back and look at it again. Bloop. All right, let's go to nice and smooth. That's how we do it, bro. That's how we try to do it, at least. Tomorrow, I'm going to be flying some that new Sovereign Plus. I think I really want to try that ATC system again, man. Best one in a while. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, that was a pretty sweet landing. This is a fun little airplane to fly. All right, let's fucking go. Let's see here. The lights are a little suspect to me. We can probably adjust that with the settings or an update. They shouldn't have that huge, like, orb around them. That's some Microsoft Simulator shit right there. Hey, we still got the thing connected to the front tires. I think we floated a little bit, but I'll take it. Yeah, right. It's to land on the aircraft carrier. That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. We should try that one night. Try to land one of these airplanes on an aircraft carrier. I think I've tried that before a couple of times. I could have sworn I've tried that a couple of times. All right, let me get one more shot. Just in case I make some sort of, in case I make a, hang on a second. In case I make a short later. Sometimes I just grab the landing and just throw it up. Whoa, what was that? Yeah, that thing is for the aircraft carrier. That's what you lock on. That's what you lock onto when the guy waves you up, X's you out, and then locks you right into the, well, it's not steam anymore. I don't know what they use. Nuclear fuel now to launch you off the carrier. It used to be a steam power. I guess it's hydraulics actually now. I don't know if I'd run. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if I'm going to rush back and fly this airplane. I wasn't really impressed, to be honest. Not like that. We'll have to fly the Dash 8 tomorrow. That's what we'll do too tomorrow. We'll fly the Dash 8 400. That's an amazing airplane. Not like this one's okay, but that one is amazing. I do like that her engine blew out tonight. That was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Oh, come on. Stop all that bullshit. Sounds good. Yeah, this airplane right here, this Dash 8 Q400, this thing is nothing. Oh, that's the base. That's not the Dash 8. Where the hell is the Dash 8? Oh, yeah, it's down here somewhere. Where is it actually? Oh, right here, the Dash 8 Q400. Yeah, this thing is fucking banging. I'll have to find a flight to do. I think I had a wider road flight planned on that to fly over, like, over Sweden. We're gonna have to do one of those tomorrow, and then I want to do the Sovereign Plus again. I want to fly that airplane tomorrow too. All right, I'm getting out of here. What's it, almost 10:30? Yeah, man, we gotta go chill on our last night off before we go back to work. Hate work. I like my job, I just hate working. Work's very overrated. It is. Work is overrated, man. I wish I didn't have to work anymore. Just somebody get me the tickets to the Mega Millions or to Powerball. That way I don't have to work ever again. I promise I'll be your best friend forever. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. My plan is to fly in the morning. I always say that, and I never do it. I really, if I get up early enough, I'll definitely fly. If not, it'll be in the afternoon for sure. But yeah, man, that's about it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. There's storms out there. Be safe. Be weather aware. Don't get scared. Be prepared. Yes, sir. All right, see you. Oh, see you, Scalebait. It was nice talking to you tonight. See you later, my friend. All right, now, goodbye.